Let's start with a little bit of a grocery haul that turned into a markdown find. First up, this roast beef marked down to $13.50. I figured it's 800 grams, so it's not far off a kilo, and because it's already got the gravy in it, I figured it's a really good deal. A chicken pie for $5.80, down from $12. I figured divided by 4, it makes each piece less than $2, which is about what I'm willing to spend per pie. I got some chocolate dairy snacks marked down to $4.80. I think it said it was $8. 3 of the plant-based Milos on clearance for $6.30. I've got a feeling that these are being discontinued because I haven't seen them in Coles anywhere. So when I see them on clearance, I'm going to pick them up. A packet of CC's nacho cheese for $2 on average. It says here that this was $5. I think they're about $3.50. And some pasta salad. We love pasta salad. I'm too lazy to make it myself, and I just don't think it would turn out the same. Then I went to Woolworths and I got some markdowns, and then I was planning on using this as a what we eat in a week all by itself. So I picked up some teriyaki, honey mustard, and some dolmio pasta sauce for some meals. 4 of these pasties marked down to $1.94. I'm happy with that. 2 salad kit bags, and I used one of these inside like a salad sandwich thing. 4 of the broccoli and cauliflower florets for $1.04. I got a chicken sandwich schnitzel thing that I was going to cut up and put inside the salad to make like a meal thing, but it just went inside a burger. Some sweet potatoes was at the back. Oh, another pasty. A couple of jellies here marked down. A packet of spaghetti, because I'm meal planning at this point, finding all these markdowns. Some Singapore noodles to go with the teriyaki sauce. Plant-based chicken tenders, really happy with that. Chicken stir fry, happy with that. 2 packets of pork and veal meatballs, $4.96 marked down. The Turkish bread that went with the salad bags. I got some light milk because probably that's good for my shakes, and some chicken pieces, plant-based for stir-fried, marked down as well. Total of this, I'll just grab the receipt, was, what does it say there? $68.96. And yes, as I said, I was planning on doing how much this cost us, but I think I just lost the point after a couple of days. First meal up is basic meatballs and spaghetti. So I've got the 3 things that are here for hubby and I, and the children are going to have pasty with chips. So I had weighed and measured because I was going to do a cost breakdown, but I'm just sharing now, and hopefully you'll get some inspiration with the meals. So the spaghetti and meatballs, I'm really happy I bought that pasta sauce. It was definitely a winner, and now it's going to probably be a staple in our household. And then the pasty and chips. I had another grocery haul. I think this was probably the last week of the Coles flyby spend because I can see it's coming off the back of Easter. So I picked up some strawberries that were obviously on a special for like $2 or $3 a punnet. Picked up this shredded ham marked down. It's going to be really good to throw in the freezer for some pizzas. Spoiler alert, stay tuned. 2 roast chickens marked down to $6.25. I figured for a whole chicken that's pre-cooked, that was pretty good value. Picked up some LCMs because my son was saying he'd like different snack things, and no, I cannot make them myself. I have tried, they don't turn out the best, and no one eats it. It's such a waste of food. Some bananas that were there. I got some bagels, they are Kira's favorite. I've got a couple packets of plant-based burgers, a bread marked down, I think that was like a wholemeal one, and then a white one. Of course they were marked down, that's why I got the brand. They're still soft after a couple of days, which was really good. Iced coffee, it's Farmers Union iced coffee, or it's nothing. A chocolate rabbit because it was on Easter clearance. I've already talked about the burgers, but even better that they were marked down, so that was really good. I'm trying to keep a really good stockpile of things like that. And some more Easter treats, of course, because they were marked down. I wasn't a fan of the violet crumble, to be honest. I thought it would have like little bits through it, but it was just yeah, I don't know. I can't even remember. It was that long ago that I'm editing this. And some bags of mini eggs. I got some frozen wedges because they're really good to have in the freezer for those nights that I'm just too tired to cook, or someone else needs to cook that I'm not here. I already talked about the bananas as well. Total of this came to $61.16. Yes, this was probably the last week of the Coles Flybuy spends, and I was still using the Flybuys dollars that we had to pay for it. So I made it until just after that last shop of spending. We had nearly 2,000 Flybuy points to spend our money. So the next lot of meals we've had here was the pie for hubby and I, and then the plant-based chicken tenders for my daughter, and my son's standard chicken nuggets and chips. And here's the pie for me and hubby. I didn't mind the pie actually, but it has inspired me to make my own, so I will get my thinking caps on. The next night is plant-based for my daughter, so I've got the chicken pieces there, the beet slaw, noodles, and the teriyaki sauce. And hubby and I are having a leftover pie with some chips. This is my daughter telling me not to film. I says, no, everybody needs to see what's going on. The noodles I absolutely love. They're so easy to prep. Just some hot water in a bowl for a couple of minutes and then mix it all together. I put a salad on the side of mine because I figured let's try and be creative, but also I needed to use up the salad kit. Our standard burger night that we have, this is the only footage that I have clearly. So bit of a use it up. And the next night we're doing pizzas. I got these bases from Baker's Delight because we got given some in the bread run a couple of weeks ago, and my son and hubby say now they want that to be the favorite. So that's quite good because it means that my son is moving away from the other traditional pizza bases that we normally have, and I probably can now get a look in and try and make my own. So we're going to make these pizzas with the bases. I'm sorry, I was filming a TikTok at the time, so if anything is off camera, that's why. And I just put together with the passata sauce, the shredded ham, which was useful to have, pineapple and cheese, and my daughter is just having the leftover plant-based noodles. The roast chickens are here and they sit in the fridge because I was too lazy to break them up. I really wish that past me had gotten onto it because roast chickens are a lot easier to pull apart when they're warm. Hubby's already attacked it for some lunches and things during the week, which is perfectly fine. I said please do that. So I'm just going to throw one in the oven and warm it back up again for dinner. And I've got some potatoes there to make some chips. I had some organic potatoes left in the cupboard. I'm not sure that I'm going to use that because it's like two different potatoes, so I might save them for another time. And I've got some bread rolls. Oh, words fail me today. Left over, so I think the children are going to have burgers while we have chicken with chips. My son tells me that he likes chicken as well, so the chicken didn't quite spread out as far as what I'd liked, which was totally fine. And then I pulled the rest of the chicken off for some meat for sandwiches, and I've got the bones and stuff thrown in there, and I'll throw that into the freezer and I'll make a chicken stock with it, which I actually did right before the power went out, so we kind of lost it anyway. Now I remembered why there seemed to be 2 chickens in a bag. The next meal, here are all the things we've got here. So a mixture, meatballs with mashed potato, gravy. My daughter's got a plant-based chicken thing and chicken nuggets. And we're finally getting around to using the roast beef thing that was here. Whatever the packet ever says with cooking directions, I am just going to double it because I found that following those instructions exactly, and this was from the fridge, it wasn't frozen, it still needed longer. So I'm going to make sure that I use my judgment and probably cook things for a little bit longer. Just start a little bit earlier and then we know we've got time. So using a little bit of use it up, we've still got a pasty that's there, a couple of carrots, chicken nuggets and the potatoes as well. My son and daughter's dinner, and then this was ours. The meat did fall apart really nice. It was beautiful, but I think just a little bit longer to cook. The next night, I got the plant-based tenders that were here. There's 6 in a packet, so that basically makes 2 meals. I think we got a second packet, that's why this one's here. I've got some panko chicken from the freezer, bit of a use it up that I've pre-made before. Chicken nuggets, I'm using the wedges because we're pretty much out of potatoes, and that's also why I have frozen wedges in the freezer for that. Oh, quick! And I think I was in the week of no shopping because we don't have any Coles fly-by spends, and the Woolworths shop I'd already finished, so I was just trying, as I said, to use it up and still get something good that everyone likes. Our last meal for the week is burger night, and luckily I picked up these bread rolls on markdown at Woolworths because this was the week the hubby came off his bike, so no bread run for us, so I didn't bother to ask anyone to reserve any food for us, which is totally fine. And very much a use it up because we've got frozen chips here from the freezer, as well as there's leftover wedges. Plant-based burger for my daughter. I made my own beef patties from some mincemeat that I had, and yep, the chicken schnitzel things that my son likes as well. So thanks for joining with me for another week of meals and family, using mostly markdowns, but yeah, just a way that we keep our family fed. This is my play. I decided not to have a burger, so I gave hubby the spare one because he had 2 burger patties, so I figured why not. I'm happy to go without. Thanks so much for watching. I so appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.